Hola, ¿qué tal, gente? Bienvenidos al canal, bienvenidos a otro episodio más de Let's Play de Kingdom Come Deliverance. Continuamos la aventura de Henry precisamente donde lo habíamos dejado en el capítulo anterior. Estamos aquí, pues, en el pueblo, ¿vale? Y pues estamos aquí con nuestros amigos. Teníamos un nuevo... teníamos una nueva entrada de códice y pues vamos a hacer la broma aquí con nuestros amigos para... tirarle aquí estiércol. ¡Oh, tengo hambre! Con tus amigos a casa de Tudesco. Vale, estoy muriendo de hambre, ¿eh? Secuestre de Wenceslao. Uf, todo el tema aquí. Discutir el plan de ataque con tus amigos. A ver.
So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? The Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go and lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
Ok. Necesito conseguir comida, ¿eh? Hacer que la esposa de Tudesco se vaya. Ok. Wait. Esto es secundario, ¿no? Y no me sale... Claro, no me sale como misión, ¿eh? Vale, un segundo, que por lo visto estoy muriendo de hambre. Saciedad 49, sí. Son Groschen las monedas, ok. Son Groschen. Un segundo que necesito comida, que me estoy muriendo, ¿eh? Estoy famélico. Ajo, antídoto, antorcha, carbón, cardo, carne de liebre, cebolla. Comida, a ver. Vino, trucha. Pretzel. Sí. Y pues acá... Ahí sí. Claro, ahí no está el icono, ¿ven? Sí, sí. Vamos a tener que estar pendientes todo el rato de comer y todo el tema aquí, ¿eh? Cosa de Tudesco.
What do you want, lad?
Vuestro marido está causando problemas.
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Segismundo was right and King Wenceslao is a drunkard, that sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
Bien. Genial. Por lo visto aquí tenemos muchas entradas. A ver, general. Aldea, aseos, bebidas. Todo el tema. Sociedad, personajes. Wenceslao cuarto. Wow, es un montón de texto, ¿eh? Es un montonazo de texto como para sentarnos a leerlo. Pues listo. Reputación perdida. Qué asco.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund!
Woohoo! Eat shit, doshes.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Segismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Oh, sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbigniew? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
Bueno, a puñetazos entonces.
God!
Buah, le estamos partiendo la cara, El arte de la guerra. Argo.
What are you doing? For God's sake! Right now! The catch
No
pole
veo
is on
nada.
his way!
Huir del alguacil con tus amigos. Run. Punto de viaje rápido. Ok. Reunirse con los muchachos donde... en donde Kunesh. No sé, ya estoy huyendo aquí, Esto tiene que ser como un evento del mundo nomás, porque ni siquiera me marcaba como misión. Ahí vienen todos aquí. Bien. Entonces ahora nos quedaría... wait. Ah, ahí está. Reunirse con los muchachos en donde Kunesh. Claro. Y comprar la cerveza. Podríamos pasar a comprarla, Ya que estamos. Y la taberna... aquí. Ah, el posadero, ¿dónde está? Carbonero. Tobías. ¿Y el vendedor? Pues no está. ¡Ah! Bianca. Cierto, es Bianca.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Cerveza.
Just ale.
What else could I expect from a village lout? What will it be then, ragamuffin?
Una jarra para padre. Tu esco está diciendo majaderías. No, jarra para
I
padre.
need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the
Eso,
question.
eso.
Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanya?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite, Savior Schnapps.
Really?
Hey, Henry.
You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Schnapps Redentor. Guardar la partida. La partida se guarda de manera automática en momentos importantes de las misiones y cuando se duerme en una cama propia. Para guardarla de manera manual se puede beber Schnapps Redentor. Ok. Ok. Estupendo. Entonces, tenemos que ir aquí con los amigos. El A era acá con los amigos, ¿cierto? Aquí detrás, aquí.
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
Anyway, nice job at the Deutsches. Never a dull moment with you lot.
Bien, estupendo. Broma realizado. ¿Qué edad tendrá Henry? ¿20 años? ¿21? Aquí tengo que acostumbrarme todavía porque aún me... A ver, ¿nos dice algo?
One beating wasn't enough for you.
But you still owe my
Ah, lo mismo, es lo mismo, es lo
Telling
mismo.
you, they won't.
Sí. Pensaba que nos iba a decir algo porque no tiene ropa y tal. Padre, tengo tu tema. Me demoré un poco. Me tiraron unos dientes, pero tenemos todo. Acerca de las cosas que querías.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Sí.
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. And we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Right. Do it.
Y sin guantes, ¿eh?
Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslaus.
Better by far. But Wenceslaus doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Segismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslaus may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Bien.
Henry,
Teresa.
are you all right?
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Es bonita Teresa, ¿eh? Muy bonita. Ajá.
Fine lass, eh? Now, stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it. You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzig. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Isvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzig. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzig said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in SKALICE, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Ataque. Wow.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzig. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Me lo debe.
gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out
on!
of time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the
Get
gates!
running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah.
Get through the gates!
Ahí vienen. Uf, ojalá lo logren, ¿eh?
Come on, Hal! You can still make it!
Run!
Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Oh, qué horrible. Tenemos que entrar al castillo. Hijo de herrero. Corred. Has aprendido SKALICE. Probablemente hubo un asentamiento en el área donde se encuentra SKALICE en la actualidad en el siglo XIII, aunque no existe mención del castillo hasta 1361. El desarrollo de la ciudad se vio impulsado por la extracción de plata en el área, así como la resistencia de la cercana parroquia de Robná. Los propietarios del castillo fueron Jacek de SKALICE desde 1384 y Bogdal de Dragonice, 1402-1403. Wenceslao IV tomó posesión de él en 1403 y lo colocó bajo el gobierno del caballero de Sir Radzig, Kovila. Más tarde, el mismo año, Kovila se vio obligado a huir del castillo para proteger a los habitantes de SKALICE del ejército invasor del rey Segismundo, que incendió el castillo y la aldea contigua. La propiedad nunca se restauró después de eso. En diciembre de 1403, Wenceslao IV concedió las ruinas del pueblo de Jan Sokol de Lamberg. La ruina del castillo medieval y sus fortificaciones fue aprovechada como material de construcción de la iglesia de San Juan de Nepomuk en 1730. Hoy solo quedan restos menores del muro de la casa de guarda, el muro exterior y los muros perimetrales. Cumanos, son los malos, ¿no? Los cumanos llegaron por primera vez a tierras checas en 1260. Bajo la dirección del príncipe heredero húngaro Stephen, lucharon contra el obispo Bruno y el ejército de los señores austríacos, que vencieron completamente. Los cumanos aparecieron por segunda vez en la década de 1270 cuando derrotaron el ejército del rey Premisl Otakar y procedieron a saquear Moravia. La última vez que invadieron tierras checas bajo el mando de Segismundo de Luxemburgo, que no podían permitirse mejores mercenarios que los cumanos. Las estimaciones que hablan de varios miles de combatientes. Uno de los lugares que sucumbieron sus estragos fue SKALICE Plateada, el lugar de nacimiento del héroe de nuestro juego. Cabalgar hasta Talmberg, conseguir un caballo. No. Uy, vienen ahí. Corre, Henry.
You pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
Silbido. Ayuda a Teresa a escapar de sus atacantes. Galán. ¡Dios! ¡Oh! Un muchacho aldeano como tú no tiene ninguna posibilidad de derrotar a temibles cumanos. Más vale que corras para salvar el pellejo. ¡Dios! Bueno, a ver cómo la salvo. ¿Me podré equipar la espada? No. O sea, la tengo ahí, pero no puedo usarla. Montar. Montar a caballo. Puedes silbar en cualquier momento para llamar a tu caballo y luego montar sobre él. Trote es la velocidad predeterminada del caballo, más círculo. Galope medio combina la perfección velocidad y resistencia. Con doble círculo, más rápido, pero consume más rápido la resistencia del caballo. Seguir camino. Tu caballo es más inteligente que algunas personas y seguirá el camino que le indiques si le dejas. Solo empieza el galope medio, no lo guíes. El indicador de resistencia del caballo se consumirá al galopar. Si fuerzas a tu caballo cuando tiene poca resistencia, puede que te arroje. Galopar puede ser agotador y consumir resistencia, sobre todo si no eres un jinete experto. Vale, a ver, completamos el desafío. La misión, ¿no? Sí, cabalgar hasta Talmberg. Vámonos. Vale. Ah, partida guardada. Yo pensé que iba a cargar escenario. Buah, masacre total. Hemorragia, el personaje está sangrando y no sabe cómo vendarse las heridas. Tiene que buscar a alguien que le ayude. Vamos rápido. Robna.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream.
Santuario. Vienen aquí detrás mío, ¿no? No, este mapa es arriba. Vamos bien. ¡Oh, no! Por mirar atrás me desvío. Vamos, vamos. Es que no quiero que me bote el caballo, pero... si me detengo me van a matar.
Warn the others. They've tore at SKALICE.
La resistencia del caballo está muy baja. Si pulsa puede ralentizar el paso a medio. Vale. Dios. Vamos, Henry, aguanta. Tenemos la pierna, el torso y desangrándonos. Vale.
Oh my God! Wait! Jesus Christ!
Help! Scarlet has been attacked! Do something! Help!
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Hanyo! Huzungine! They're turning tail! Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Necesitamos médico rápido, nos vamos a morir.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from SKALICE. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
Who is that?
I don't know. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
A doler. A dormir.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
Casi lo mata.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Tiene dos.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above SKALICE. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned SKALICE to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
SKALICE is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the SKALICE blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Tiene que entrenar Henry, tiene que ponerse fuerte y vengar a su padre y a su madre. Hablar con Sir Robard, ok. Talmberg. Este castillo fue construido en un promontorio de roca a principios del siglo XIV, pero Ernst de Konitz o Rosnata de Usice, durante más de 200 años el castillo fue la sede de los señores de Usice, que más tarde fueron denominados después de su residencia como señores de Talmberg. En 1390 el castillo pasó a posesión de Divish de Talmberg. El mismo año Habel Medek de Waldeck se apoderó de él y tomó prisionero a Divish. Medek no liberó a Divish hasta 1397, cuando fue obligado a hacerlo por una decisión brutal del tribunal provincial. Hoy en día solo queda una ruina del castillo del medio del desarrollo residencial. Estamos en la shit. Tenemos hambre y cansados.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsman who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes. I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons.
Sí, el papá es como que tenía una reputación antigua, debe ser un espadachín.
Ah, milady.
Ávido.
You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, my lady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Bueno, al menos tenemos lugar seguro. Objetivo, comer.
Something to eat.
Ir al pabellón del patio y dormir ahí hasta la mañana. Cuanto más tiempo se pasa hambre, más débil se vuelve el personaje. Se puede llegar a morir. Las diferentes comidas tienen efectos diferentes. Por ejemplo, una manzana no llena igual que un pato asado, pero se conserva fresca más tiempo. Determinadas comidas pueden ser más efectivas a la hora de curar. Comida envenenada. Tu personaje es un hombre de carne y hueso, por lo que debe comer y dormir para sobrevivir y mantenerse en forma. No es prudente ignorar el hambre. Cuanto más tiempo pases sin comer, más débil te sentirás. Si ayunas demasiado, incluso puedes morir. Pero no todos los alimentos son iguales. Una manzana no te llenará como un pato. Vale, es lo mismo. Lo opuesto al hambre es comer en exceso. Llenarte como un cerdo. Tienes la ventaja de que no necesitarás comer durante más tiempo, pero la barriga llena te ralentizará y, al igual que el hambre, tu resistencia se regenerará más despacio. Puedes comprobar si necesitas comer en la pestaña jugador, bajo la foto de tu personaje, en la estadística de alimentación. También puedes ver si tienes hambre o estás lleno, no solo en la pestaña de beneficios, sino también en el icono que está junto a tu indicador de salud. Claro, el plato vacío es hambre y el cerdo es que eres un cerdo. También debes observar lo que comes. Si comes o bebes algo que está estropeado, puedes sufrir una intoxicación alimentaria, que solo se cura tomando la poción antídoto. Sabrás que te has intoxicado gracias al icono que está junto al indicador de salud. Calaca mortal. Vale, y necesito comer. Comer del caldero. Vale, comida. En la Edad Media, ya fuera en un pueblo o en la corte real, los alimentos empleados eran principalmente de origen local, como verduras, entre las que se encontraban principalmente repollo, cebollas, chiribías, nabos, remolacha y ajo, y en menor medida zanahorias, apio, nabo, perejil y pepinos. También abundaban las legumbres como guisantes, lentejas, vetas y frijoles, además de fruta como manzanas, peras, melones, cerezas, ciruelas, bayas, nueces, semillas y cereales. Los huevos, la leche y el queso estaban disponibles todo el año. En función de la riqueza, la disponibilidad y las estaciones, había carne de venado, aves de corral, pescado. Y del extranjero, especias, frutas y condimentos, incluidos, azafrán, dátiles, higos, nuez moscada, pimienta, azúcar, jengibre y cardamomo. La comida se aderezaba con aceite, vinagre, sal, miel y hierbas. Los tipos de comida más populares en los siglos XIV y XV eran sopas de caldo espeso, purés y salsas para mojar el pan. El pan era de centeno y el pan blanco solo estaba disponible en la corte. En las festividades había platos de pescado como, por ejemplo, el arenque. También había carnes asadas, salchichas, carne picada y morcilla. Los postres se elaboraban con almendras, mazapán, purés dulces, con fruta hervida en leche o con crema añadida, mermeladas y conservas, frutas cocidas al horno, frescas o secas y pasteles variados. En las áreas rurales, las gachas y purés de varios tipos representaban la mayor parte de la dieta. La carne era cara y la caza en los bosques estaba prohibida. Todas las especies pertenecían a la aristocracia. En su mayor parte se compensaba con pescado. Muchos ingredientes que son comunes hoy en día no existían en la Edad Media, como las patatas, tomates, maíz dulce, pimientos y arroz, que más tarde llegaron a Europa después del descubrimiento de América o por medio de las importaciones de Asia. Ok, todavía tenemos hambre, ¿eh? Soltar el caldero. A ver, comida. Pato asado. Vale, comida. Vale. Comer demasiada comida. Cuando se come demasiado se tarda bastante en volver a tener hambre, pero también está más torpe y pesado. Hasta que se digiere todo. Vale, entonces hay que ir a dormir. La cama era por aquí, ¿no? Aquí. Cansancio. Cuando se está cansado, la resistencia y la elocuencia también van disminuyendo. La solución es dormir. Hay que buscar una cama disponible que se reconoce con el icono de la brújula. Hay que sentarse en ella, iniciar con X, iniciar el sueño y establecer cuánto tiempo vas a dormir. Ok. Dormir. Mm. 8 horas. Bien. Claro, esto hace alusión también como pantalla de carga.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
No puedo hablar de ello. Contar la historia del ataque. A ver.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Bien, 2, 5, 4 y tenemos reputación normal. Fui a la taberna por cerveza y
I went to
bebida.
the tavern to buy ale for Father.
Tenía tiempo,
I know
¿eh?
it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig.
Vale, ahí está el tiempo. Vine a buscar la espada.
The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Humanos del ejército Segismundo.
Sigismund's cavalry was composed of Cumans. They're diabolical barbarians from the east, with no regard for the rules of warfare, bloodthirsty cutthroats. The very fact Sigismund has them with him shows what a tyrant he is.
Well, I don't know.
And then death descended on Skalice.
Huyeron refugiarse del castillo. Mataron a mi madre y a mi padre, sí.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. Cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
Estaban sacando el pueblo, el asedio, caballo, corrí por mi vida.
I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
Oh, you poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Bueno, cómo cambia la cosa, ¿eh? Le cambió la vida a Henry en un segundo. Claro, las pesadillas, el estrés postraumático.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from SKALICE.
Ir a las almenas por las escaleras de la puerta. ¿De acuerdo? Partida guardada. La mujer en la edad media, ¿eh? Tomó la antorcha de la mesa. De acuerdo, amigos. Pero eso lo haremos en el siguiente episodio de este Kingdom Come Deliverance. Muy top. La aventura no ha hecho nada más que empezar. Es un juego que con mucha historia, ¿eh? Vamos a ver, yo creo, mucha cinemática. Vamos a leer un montón. Pero bien, bien. Me está gustando mucho. Me está convenciendo. Así que bueno, seguiremos el camino de Henry en los próximos episodios. Como siempre, gracias por la compañía. Gracias por gastar un poco de tiempo por aquí en el canal. Espero les haya gustado el capítulo de hoy y también recuerden abajo dejarme un comentario si es que así lo desean, darle un buen like al video si es que les gustó, siempre se agradece. Si no me dejan su dislike, que para eso está, y nos vemos en el próximo episodio de este genial Kingdom Come Deliverance. Saludos a todos, cuídense. Adiós.